How's it going, my fellow shiny Pokemon? Shiny Snorlax here, bringing you guys a PokeBank OU. And again, if you don't know what PokeBank is, it's basically the X and Y tiers. But other than that, of course, the team preview will be down in the description below. And please watch till the end of the video. I made an outro, and I worked real hard on it, so it'd be amazing if you could probably give it like a nice little like. A lot of stuff. Alright, let's get started. I lead off my Aggie Slash and opponent leads off with Dawn Fan. I go for a King Shield, opponent goes close for an Earthquake. I set up one Sword Dance, opponent sets up their Stealth Rocks. I go for an Iron Head, bring opponent down to about half. Opponent is flinched. Opponent switches out into its Ditto. Then I go for a King Shield. And I go for a Shadow Sneak, taking out the Ditto. Opponent brings out its Sableye. I go for a King Shield, and opponent goes for a Will-O-Wisp. Opponent goes for a Taunt, predicting my Sword Dance. And I go straight for an Iron Head, almost take it out. Opponent goes for a Nightshade. And opponent goes for a Recover, and I go for another Iron Head. Opponent, my taunt ends, and opponent switches out into its Dawn Fan. I go for a Shadow Sneak. I go for an Iron Head on Dawn Fan, almost take it out, but it's not enough. Opponent takes my Aggie Slash out with an Earthquake, and my Aggie Slash goes down. I bring out my Tyranitar, and I go for an Iron Head, take out the Dawn Fan because maybe he could have predicted it and switch out into something else. Opponent goes for a Will-O-Wisp, and I go for another Iron Head, taking out the Sableye. Opponent brings out its Marbile and gets an Intimidate off on me. I go for another Iron Head just to get a little bit of chip damage in and leave Tyranitar as death fodder because he's basically useless one branch. Opponent Mega Evolves, but I go for my Iron Head and opponent does flinch. And I go for another Iron Head and get some damage off. Opponent goes for a Play Rough and takes out my Tyranitar. I bring out my Skarmory. Opponent goes for a Play Rough but misses. I go for a Whirlwind to get that thing out of the field. Opponent goes for a Flare Blitz on my Skarmory. I don't take the hit that well. I set up my Stealth Rocks, and opponent goes for another Flare Blitz, and my Skarmory goes down. I bring out my Gengar, thinking that I could outspeed it, but opponent outspeeds me, goes for an Acrobats, and takes out my Gengar. I bring out my Noivern, and opponent goes for another Acrobatics, and I take the hits. I go for an Air Slash just in case we switched out into something else. Opponent brings out its Espeon, and I go for an Air Slash, and I get to flinch. And I go for another Air Slash and take out the Espeon. Opponent brings out its Marbile, and opponent goes for a Sucker Punch and takes out my Noivern. I bring out my Blissy, and I go for a Thunder Wave on the Marbile, just slow it down. Opponent's paralyzed, and I go for a Seismic Toss, and opponent goes for an Iron Head, and almost takes me out, but it's not enough, and I go for a Seismic Toss on the Marbile, and I take it out. So yeah, that was a pretty good fight in my opinion. So yeah, like, comment, this has got to become shiny Pokemon, and I'll see you next time.